Hello everyone, today we're going to look at planning an answer to this Macbeth question about Macbeth being violent. Before we start writing, we're going to spend 5 minutes at least planning our answer. We need an introduction and 4 moments from the text as a whole where Macbeth is being violent. The first thing I'm going to do is a 2 or 3 sentence introductory paragraph, where first I'm going to answer the question in 1 or 2 sentences. And I'm going to say, actually, there's violence throughout Macbeth. At the start, Macbeth's violence is heroic and admired as he kills the traitor MacDonald. Then his violence becomes transgressive and criminal as he commits regicide against King Duncan and kills other people in his way. Then Macbeth actually becomes the victim of violence as he is suffering mental turmoil and then eventually gets killed at the end of the story. The next thing I'm going to do in my introduction is talk about Shakespeare's message, that Shakespeare is exploring the consequences of transgressing the status quo, that this is mental fracture and death, and it is a warning to the Jacobean audience. Then I'm going to think of my 4 moments and think of quotes to go with those moments that show Macbeth either being violent or Macbeth being a victim of violence. First of all, I'm going to have the one from the extract. Brave Macbeth, for he deserves the name, and I'm going to focus on these verbs smoked and carved. Then, just before he commits regicide against King Duncan, I'm going to use is this a dagger I see before me, focusing on that word dagger, that symbol dagger, and the image of heated pressed brain. I'm going to think about Macbeth as a victim of violence, as he is suffering the consequences of psychological turmoil. Over of scorpions is my mine, dear wife. And then at the end, Macbeth gets killed by Macduff, but it's Malcolm that calls Macbeth a dead butcher. And this is going to be my plan. I'm going to think about all of these different things, the introduction, and then 4 moments or 4 quotes before I start writing.